Hello and welcome to Fantasy Family Plays the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I'm Roymanan and I am joined by my lovely wife, KagomexHeart.
Hello there.
Uh, this is going to be kind of our next duo stream. We decided to do the Great Ace Attorneys, which is a Phoenix Wright game taking place in, I believe, the Victorian era, if I remember correctly. I've never played this one.
London.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. We've both played the original trilogy. I've played all the Ace Attorney, like the Phoenix or the Apollo Justice games. I don't think you have. I think you've played the later ones in the Apollo Justice trilogy, but I don't think you've played them all. But neither of us have touched this one, so we figured we'd do this one. After finishing Fatal Frame, we need something a little bit more lighthearted, and we figured this would be a good one. So yeah, that's new game.
Might have audio chat then.
Yeah, we'll see. Pretty. So, well, that's not. Someone's dead.
Shotgun sounds like her pistol.
I believe that's our character.
Why would you? Oh, and they think that we killed him because
Yeah.
we're like right there. Oh, but he has the gun. Yeah, he has the gun in his hand.
Yeah, but this is how most the Ace Attorney games start is whatever the first case is, it's you're on trial. Or someone, it's a very obvious, like...
Usually you're not the one on trial, you're the attorney. The defender.
Right, but I believe, well, no, that's the third game is when you're on trial. But it always starts off with, like, a very simple person seen with gun case. All right, the site, 22nd November, 8:43 a.m., Supreme Court of Judicator, Defendant's Antechamber 5. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? Oh, there's Emma.
Growling.
What? Oh, no, nothing. Save your glares, murderer. Sorry. I may try voices. Sorry if you find it annoying. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Or Naruhodo. Yeah, Naruhodo.
Wannabe Naruto.
Kind of. That's why it threw me for a minute. It's
Naruhodo.
Naruhodo.
That's kind of hard to say.
I mean, Ryunosuke is easy. But anyway.
Yeah.
I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. I think that's it. Yume University.
It sounds right.
I gotta remember how to... It's been a while since I've had to speak Japanese. Took 1 year in college. Did not work out well. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now here I am, awaiting my trial. That's enough! He's not... Oh, it's a different character. It's a different character. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you?
I'm trying to comment. How come his headband is like blowing in the wind when we're inside?
He's that cool. Oh, no. I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. What was it?
Nothing. You said hold your tongue or we'll cut it off for you.
Yeah, I was thinking the same
grab
thing.
The sword.
And yet, I still seem to know better than you how to court officers should behave. Right, Ryunosuke. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Emma just spilled water.
Oh, you need to go clean it up?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Water cleaning time.
Technically, I don't have to. Just kidding. I mean, there's always a choice.
What are you apologizing to me for? Everybody's gonna have British accents even though it's in Japan. Just because I know later on
It's
we'll go about that.
European.
Japan's not European.
Well, you were using European accents at first, and then you changed.
Well, no, I've been doing it. I'm not switching to Japanese now. Oh, our daughter is very upset right now.
You have water in here.
Kagome's muted right now, so I'm gonna continue on. And we'll just once we get the gameplay, we'll wait for her to catch up. Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. Oh man, it's same Kazuma from. Why can't I think of frickin' Yakuza's main character? That's Kazuya. Never mind. Not Kazuma. Kazuya. That's a YA. I'm sorry. Ha 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 ha! There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspaper these past few days. Yume University, professor murdered in cold blood by students. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not. You have to believe me. I didn't do it. I could never murder I could never murder someone. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You mean I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend, also in his second year at Yumei University, but he's far more clever than I, a star student in fact. He's even qualified. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive considering. Oh, missed it. I don't know. I don't have it on autoplay. Oh, it's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old here in Japan, anyway. My qualifications don't mean much yet. You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last. I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites will have to acknowledge my academic achievements and success in court. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world? I'm really happy for you and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. If only it were that simple. Okay. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay up and enjoy this place a while longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. And this is where the guy shot Dan. We shot him. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. Asagi, may I have a word? That's a new character. All right. Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Asagi, you should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at the university before.
You probably have.
Probably. I see. I'll go at once then. I shall accompany you.
Wait a minute. I thought I was doing that.
You can. You didn't say anything,
I shall
so
accompany you. Well, I was focusing on Emma.
Ah. All right then, Brianuski. I'll see you in court tomorrow. Yes, thanks, Kazuma. Yep, there's gonna be a lot of kid noises today, I feel.
Well, at least they're not screaming anymore.
Yeah.
Wait
Emma just needed hugs. This is awkward. If I may. Yes, sorry. You must be the defendant. Roymanan Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Yujin Mikotoba. Mikotoba.
That's right.
I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Umei University. Ah, Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asagi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that that permission will be revoked and never granted again. What? Ah, as is expected, you were unaware of this. I had a feeling Asagi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered. But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has come to choose from a large number of applicants to oversee study. It's a very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable circumstances. I don't believe it.
I don't believe you.
But I didn't do it, I swear. I'm not a murderer. Lies and slander. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Sorry, what do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings
You
get
know what I
underway.
mean.
But, but what should I do then? Then what should I do? Yeah. Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a searching question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? But what will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Oh, that was me saying that. Of course not. Defendant! Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once.
Get your butt in here.
It would seem our surreptitious discussions are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asagi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway.
Slap him in the face.
Slap, slap. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder.
And they look like twins at the bailiffs, whatever those things are.
Yeah. And so, with absolutely no idea what lie ahead, I embark on the unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence. The trial that would decide my destiny. 22nd November, 9 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicator Courtroom 2. So this is a courtroom.
Oh, that wasn't a question mark.
The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power. I don't much like the look of these people sitting in the public gallery. Lots
No.
of military and other uniforms. And they were you about to say that?
No.
I say they're all military, yes.
They all look very similar looking.
Yeah. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time. But for now,
Maybe it was the military,
you need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin.
Hey, we know that guy.
Yeah, except he has black hair. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
He looks familiar, like from the other.
Well, Glasses Guy is the same Glasses Guy from all the other games. This is just like an
That's what I
ancestor.
thought.
This is just like ancestor. The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency. As is the defense.
Oh gosh.
Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change in advocates. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedures for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question that the professor meant. But then, if I say I do, I need to answer quickly. What should I do? I'm gonna wait and see. I feel that's Cosmo is a lawyer. I can't defend myself. If I said I do, it would be tantamount to lying. And I've been accused of murder for goodness sake. This is no time for lies. Try to stop fidgeting, Ryunosuke. It's distracting. But if I don't say I'll defend myself now, things could end very badly for my friend. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here and beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will advocate.
I'm trying to catch up. Hold on.
Oh, he did it anyway. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Roynosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. You'll be what? What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mikotoba told me everything just now before the trial. He did what? He said your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose.
Yep.
How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off? No, it's not that, really. It's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes. I knew that's how you would feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. Well, well. Does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel? Really? Give him the most annoying noise I can. Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Hmm? Oh. Yes, exactly.
Pay attention.
Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. In fact, my mind's completely blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed.
Indeed.
As you're no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. I can read, I swear.
I'm gonna be better than you can.
Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. Is it therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken? My competence? What does that mean? He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. So let's start with the very simplest of questions. Yes. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough.
I don't know his name.
I've heard his name more times than I care to remember. But, wait.
You don't remember?
I'm so nervous I can't even remember that. What was it again?
Remember.
Ryunosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank. You know me so well.
I called it. He didn't.
All the relevant information for the case can be found in the court record. But I can't even find that. In simple, you can access the court record with the press of R1. Because I know what R1 is. Yeah, use
your controller.
Yes. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult it. Consult that. It's all there. I just have to push R1 for court record. All right, there's no time to lose.
Well, apparently he has one. Okay.
Yeah. This is the listing of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with R1.
R1.
You'll find details about the victims here. When you're done, just press circle to go back. Because you're holding a controller while in court. Wilson. John H. Wilson. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Now, you better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press triangle to present. Now try it. Wait, it's yes? That's weird.
It's yes!
The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson.
Kind of like, yes, this is it.
Haha. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to UMay University 3 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. I accidentally pushed a button. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, you have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at Imperial UMay University, are you not? What's cringe?
The voice of him, it's just like...
Yeah, I'm purposely getting him a bad voice.
I know, it fits him. That's why I'm cringing at him.
Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides you education. Have you no honor?
He hasn't gone through puberty.
But I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, all feeble governments is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this trial has been unusual peculiarities, is it? Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Oh, Dean, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow, then, partner. Partner. Yes. The British Empire. Wow. It's incredible to think. Wait. I've seen that man at university.
That's the Englishman.
Yep. I'm sure he's visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello.
I don't remember his name either.
So I went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did the Professor of Medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death. The cause of death? Well, obviously that was, Royanovsky. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence. By evidence? But how? Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select to present. Do it now!
Do it now! Sorry, I was being loud.
Death occurred after 2 p.m. It was caused by loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. The bullet did not pass through the body.
Okay.
Well.
I don't know.
According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to a gunshot trauma.
I don't know hemorrhages.
Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it. Sorry, yes. That's right. The post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later. This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime.
So-called.
You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume the victim was shot at close range. Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. Okay. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to drawing. The details incredible. Very well. I am satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial. Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. This is it then. I think I may have walked out the whole professor out of mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes, clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Ah, of course. When he was speaking to me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asagi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his all in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is, rein in that crazy look of your bewilderment and control your cold sweats. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. There's no wind in the building, so I mean, it's impressive.
He has a mini fan behind his neck.
He must have one, yeah. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please. Okay, I don't want to do this.
You don't want to do it?
Oh, I'm trying to think of another, I mean...
He looks like, of course, my name is Satoru Sanaga.
Yeah, there you go, you read them.
Hey! Fine. I am the head waiter of the Western-style restaurant called La Carnival.
Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some,
Blood?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That was blood.
Oh my gosh! I didn't even see it first because I'm like a second behind.
Probably tuberculosis.
It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me.
Well, it really should. As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an accidental eatery 3 days ago.
I'll give you so.
I'm gonna need water after this guy. Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. I pushed a button.
At once, sir.
And no pretty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please. Oh, perspirating, maybe, but aspiring?
It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there was only 3 tables still occupied.
That fits with my memory of it, too. There was hardly anyone else in the place.
Ah, it was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. Found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Hold on. Let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up the gun and I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him. I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur. But the next time you interrupt at all at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, defendant Naruhodo. Don't worry, Royanosuke. You have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today?
Yes, without question.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
No. There was no one else around the table but the deceased Englishman and the university student.
Huh? Wait. What did he just say? There was no one else around that table? What's the matter, Ryanosuke? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him at the table. Really? And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? Wait and see. I did wait and see him. I just would want to say something, but I was told not to interject. Ryanosuke, if your parent tells you to study, you're the kind of man who would diligently get the work done, aren't you? I suppose I am. I never have got into my university otherwise. But you can't just always follow the rules in life, you know. If you don't say what you want to say right now, you'll seriously regret it when you're found guilty. Alright, you scared me. I won't forget that piece of advice in a hurry. And there is something I want to say. I'm just going to shut my eyes and say it. That's not right. I'm going to wait. She's a little behind. Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table. Dear me, what are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all? But I'm sure of what I saw. Hosonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy.
The deceased gentleman came to the dine alone.
I don't believe it.
I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please, have a look if you like to.
Let me see a sketch of this establishment's layout, drawn by yourself, I presume.
That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone.
Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter.
Thank you.
The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence.
Oh, well,
Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at
it
once.
doesn't want to. Of course. Here you are.
No, it's probably something on the other side. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now.
Oh,
Something certainly seems to have shaken him. The waiter's business card. So, the court has now heard a precise of the case, or a precise of the case.
Priestess, yeah.
Precise of the case. Yes, at the moment the gunshots was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court will willingly look mercifully upon you. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, the prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime. What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean? Well, I'm going to be found guilty at one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everyone keeps telling me this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You said it, Professor Mikotoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. As I said from the onset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face. Is that it? What? If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. Indeed. Prosecution Ochi, please continue with the proceedings. Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be.
You're always a devil.
Ugh.
Never nice.
In a few short moments from now, that dumb-strucken young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. And the prosecution calls its next witness. Very well, officer. Bring forth the witnesses at once.
Oh, she's not playing.
Leave her alone.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupation for the court. Yes, sir. The Great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Iyasa Nosa reporting for duty. I get it. You do this guy. You do the old man.
True, Kata. Myself, I plan employees. purveyor of the fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation, Nippon, and conduct my trade from Resute, a humble premises in the second district, Curio Kurukata, at your service.
An
Not do 'em.
antique. That's fine. You did fine. An antique Della and a soldier. What an unusual pairing.
If it was an old woman, I could have probably done it better.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question. They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned.
Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post noon, and not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curios in which I make my business.
I can't understand a word that old man is saying.
He's using really big words.
He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival.
That was the wrong voice.
He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques, and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with a rich clientele. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of his most atrocious incident? Is that correct? Affirmative! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war! Sir! It was a black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir! This man's as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. The soldier's claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead. Yes. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Now the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment the incident occurred. Sir, yes, sir. Standing up, ready to report, sir.
Is that a baby cry? What was that?
Mm.
Did you hear that?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I must have picked up someone else's stuff. Unsavory memories of a most acaripic afternoon.
What we saw. I was ingesting a regular beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of particular fine golden curio to the military gentleman.
At the precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Well, there's the contradiction.
I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysterious, absconded precious curio.
Alright, this one's easy. Well, so you, Sergeant Denosa, actually witnessed the vital moment? You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim? It's something he said. Yes, sir! Affirmative, sir!
I missed it.
That wicked university cadet, sir! The cruel and unforgivable enemy!
What times we live in, when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day.
But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true, Ryonovsky? Yes, all I did was pick up the gun I saw lying on the floor.
Never pick things up off the floor.
Pretty much. After I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and started drinking some coffee. Then, when I'd finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant, when I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up, bang!
From somewhere else.
Well, if that's true, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was. Ryanosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? Do it now. As we've heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defense is clearly guilty. It's time to bring that despicable student to justice. Certainly, the testimony the court has just heard limits any vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of this trial. In the name of the Emperor, what is the meaning of this outburst? The defense. The man's right to cross-examination. Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next to you told me to do it. How pathetic. Huh. How did he know? The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How could he possibly carry out a cross-examination? The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Gulp. Kazuma is so commanding. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witness. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryanosuke. But I don't even know what to do. I have to do in a cross-examination. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witness's statements. How? You don't fire. If you didn't fire the gun, which means that the soldier said it has to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it, and the key is doing it. That's with evidence. Right, evidence. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now, let's go, Ryanosuke. Don't let them beat you. Alright then. It's all or nothing. Alright, here we go.
I'm a little behind. Cross-examination.
Alright. I want to see if you can figure out what it is. I already know it. At least I've already kind of think I figured it out. You're muted.
He wasn't shot from the back.
Correct.
Shot from the front,
so let's
and
go.
It didn't go all the way through.
So let's go into present.
The big photograph of the victim.
Photograph. Yes, that's the front.
How do you? Okay, you present that. Okay.
What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic prints in my mustache. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here. What nonsense! It can be. What can this print possibly tell us what we don't already know? Well, obviously, that I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth.
Really scared.
I think this proves beyond a doubt, Your Excellency, that there's no place for an amateur student in the grand courtroom. This is so frustrating. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an
Yeah,
explanation.
it's like it's
It
right in
could
the
be more
photograph.
plain. Yeah, but this is really obvious. To spill it out would be an insult to the court. Cosmo, what? What are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at the photograph print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. What? Sergeant Iyasanoza. Yes, sir. What, sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniform varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir.
Come on, say it.
But no, that just can't be. And why not, cadet? Because, because, because. One second.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, kids are a little rowdier today. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Ah.
Excuse me.
Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from the behind. From behind, not the behind. That'd be awkward.
That would hurt. Ouch.
And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain that? Oh,
I did hear a
well,
baby cry. He had a baby on his back. I heard him.
you did. What the? What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again.
I knew it wasn't crazy.
Certainly there's a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not
And I
agree,
heard it
Sergeant
twice.
Nosa? I didn't hear it at all, so good ears.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak, sir! What? That last testimony the court heard was proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This
He saw
witness,
nothing.
Sergeant Aisa Nosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. That's absurd. I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Yeah! There has been a complete turnabout in this mood of the trial, just from one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. But I definitely saw him. That university get there. He was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back. But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you don't see the moment the victim was shot either.
He was just looking at his jars. Myself, I have already been quite clear. The guns interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. What? Were you on the floor?
Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing?
What? Hunting for treasure.
Treasure?
Indeed! The Hot Air Koban, my prized coin! On each occasion when I visit this restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Rasute.
In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you?
On the day under scrutiny, it was to the military man that I preferred my holy treasure. Believed that he would purchase such a rare find. I did not, but I was presented with a little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes from the briefest of moments, It was there no more. It simply vanished.
The contraband vanished?
Hunting around under the table, I was in case of my hat. It had fallen there, and then it happened.
You heard the gunshot, you mean?
Indeed, I did, but I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded hoy treasure. Nothing could distract me.
Intense. Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end?
No, probably not. No.
I see.
That lamentable day, the precious hoy kaban was lost to me. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself.
As I'm sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how observant our government feels it must be to the British. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict in this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Ouchi? Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. My witnesses have further testimony to make. Explain. Upon hearing the next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Very well, the court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the persecution's allegation. Is that clear?
As clear as the crystal glass, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir. Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think.
Something?
Affirmative. The newest member of the Noza family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name, Aido. It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Aido, attention! Your father is about to quell the enemy.
Oh, you forgot a sentence.
True culprit. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing.
Yes, pointing the gun at the foreman. He was that young lad in black. Much I myself did see.
Furthermore, a visual search of the premise at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself.
Therefore, no one other than the black uniform cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out. These testimonies are certainly compelling. Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all. Please, enough of this outburst already.
There's a woman with him. Yep.
Yeah, that's why we gotta figure out why no one saw the woman. But there was a woman. There was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her.
Huh.
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact. Is this photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel? Indeed. of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. Was the
But no
steak
one's
eaten?
there.
And what was the steak eaten in the other one?
No, it was whole.
Yeah. As you can be seen, there is only one place set. Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it
You
would
just have
be
to look at the.
yeah, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. Uh, this doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the court record. I don't understand. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman.
Woman.
The waiter before said the same thing. He mentioned that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw the woman with him. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies have just heard have leave no room for the further room for doubt. These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink of this is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Takatsuchi Auchi, will have contributed to the enmity of these two great empires is an honor. How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination. I don't know, Kazuma. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witness, but make it quick, understood? Rules can be so unbending at times. Ugh. Probably have to press. Because I didn't see anything obvious there. What I saw wasn't the press. Here's our opinion on that. No, we can't
We're
see you
not.
blink.
Are we not doing the voices for the pressing?
No, because it's I don't know if we're on the same one, and we're just gonna kind of go through that. It's me for
Well,
narrative.
he did say the blink thing, so.
Yeah.
And here's the pinwheel.
Yeah.
I miss pressing on everything.
Well, that's my plan. See, the fact they didn't say anything there. Is it true that I was holding the gun at that point in time? But I've already told you that's only because I picked it up off the floor. Not the same thing. Okay. Furthermore, visual search of the premise at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
We got an objection there.
Yeah. It's a good point. Oh, we're getting evidence here. Medical report card. Oh no, the Hoda Clinic. The Hoda Clinic was around at this time as well. Hopefully it doesn't have a pervy patient there. Pretending to be a doctor. Yes. I love the slow hand raise. Uh,
Should we read now? I mean, this is...
no. I mean, I guess we can. I'll be after this one. It's just... I didn't think the pressing would be those long of statements. Alright, next statement. Indeed, alone he was. So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone.
Hold on, I'm not there yet.
I know, I'm waiting.
I don't know.
I'm awaiting.
That I did. Forgive me for the position I placed you in.
So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? And let us not forget the uncontestable evidence we have to support their statement as well. As can be clearly seen, there is only one single beefsteak on the victim's table, a meal for one. No. The antiques dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why? If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. Like, could have dispatched the Englishman. Alright.
Yes.
Why aren't you telling the truth? What? What did you say, cadet? I clearly remember. There was a woman sitting across the table from the professor.
Or she's a ghost all this time.
Ghost!
Okay. Ghost woman!
Perhaps one of you might have noticed, but for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible.
Yep. And they're all being really silent. That's a tell.
Unfortunately for you, defendant Naruhodo, it's not just a case of these two witnesses alone. Sorry? The waiter whose testimony the court heard earlier clearly say the same thing. He also said the victim was alone. That's right. Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady. But Ghost lady. If such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof.
Or she paid them to say don't say anything.
And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It's a blatant waste of the court's time. There's nothing I can say to that. Excellent work, Roynosuke. You've gleaned some new information. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see it brings any real discrepancies to light. I want to be so sure. Let's see that medical report card you got before. Oh, you mean this? Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. How exactly? Push R1. You notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. These are ones that you may examine. Press X and you can take a closer look at the piece in question. Use the right stick to turn. To rotate the evidence in all directions and examine from all angles. By using that, zoom in. Oh, target. You can move the crosshairs around the hunt for clues that may have been missed before. And the crosshairs start to pulsate. Press X to investigate further. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. Let's see if you have something new to be learned by examining it in detail. All right, I'll see what I can do.
Why
I
can't you
need
just tell me?
blah blah blah. Inspect. Okay,
It's down here
it's the
where you
seal.
said it was.
It says hold a clinic on the medical report card. I hate clinics almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. Aren't they all the same? When I was 5, I caught the only cold I've ever had in my life, and I
Lucky.
remember, even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arm. For her, I'll never forget it. Never in my whole life.
Sounds like you.
Yeah, most people would give their right arm to have had only one cold in their whole life. Anyway, I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues. We don't want to miss anything. Alright. Medical report. On the back side, there's a seal. Date's missing. It looks like this medical report card was first issued some time ago. It's probably a record of long-term treatment, that's why. With a family doctor, I imagine. Well, I can imagine going to a doctor, I mean. As long as I'm alive, I'm never consulting one. Well, if you were dead, there'd be no point, so you don't like doctors then? Why would you? They make you drink horrible tasting medicine, they give you painful injections, and then they demand lots of money from you for the privilege, all when you're at your lowest ebb. I agree with all of this. You sound like a model patient. The bad case of stubbornness, no less, from which the only cure is very bitter medicine indeed.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the top's folded.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Open.
Let's have a look.
All these are lit up.
That's some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with typical anesthesia. Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they use laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, but I've heard this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. There's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink beside water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic effects have passed. Really? Sounds like information worth bearing in mind.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So he couldn't have eaten the steak.
He had to wait. He couldn't have eaten it.
Yeah, the meaning of this particular statement totally changes. So I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely.
Someone else ate it.
Yeah, so let's go to that statement. Ah. Dining all by himself. Maybe. I'm trying to figure out what statement it's going to go on. Furthermore, visual search perhaps the time further. Okay, that's not that.
Dang it.
Oh, did you go all the way through?
Yeah. I didn't know what to press. Didn't know it was gonna keep going.
So yeah, it's got to be on the old man stage. Indeed, alone he was the Englishman dining all by himself.
Right. Hold on. Wait for me. I did an oops.
Ah. Sorry, I'm looking at the back of the business card. You might want to look at that when you get a chance.
Oh, is he the?
Name him Satoru Hosonaga. Well, yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. It's not the name that's unexpected. It's his job title. Oh, Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division. The waiter's a cop. Inspector, what on earth?
That's why he didn't want to bust his cover.
Yeah. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence if they were wielding it somehow here. Alright. Anything else we can inspect? Alright, so let's present the medical...
Hold on, I'm not even there yet.
Oh, okay.
You're like going...
I'll stop. It's the next statement.
Okay.
Because that's the only one that says that he was dining. And therefore, kind of insinuating that he was the only one eating.
So it'll be this one, right?
No. We gotta prove that he
Wait.
couldn't eat. He couldn't be dining.
Oh, this right here. Right here.
Yeah, he couldn't be dining, so he had to... There has to be someone else there. Well, I think, About what are you Oh, that's you, sorry.
That's me!
Sorry.
About what are you wondering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer?
I wish I could. But first and foremost here, I'm the accused. Alright, Inosuke. Everyone stumbles on the words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Kazuma. I could see it quite clear in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raise your hand straight up like that, so purposefully, you know exactly what it is you want to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Alright, and thanks for the device. Korakuda-san, this medical record card belongs to the victim.
Ah, I see. And I don't see. What of it, boy?
Comparing what was written in on this report card with your witness's statement, something clearly doesn't add up. Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur? Sorry, what? You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. But, let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant. But that's, remember, Royanosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words, just make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial further. The witness testimonies to the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all. For that simple reason that there's no one else beside the pale-faced people who could possibly have participated in the crime. This medical report card has nothing to do with the case? Do you really believe that? What? The outburst half petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could I possibly be relevant? Perhaps because Hoda Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic. A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted.
What's this now?
And furthermore, if I told you that as a result the victim had been forbidden from eating. Just what are you trying to say, cadet? He had orders not to eat? So what? It's all written up here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't. Kurakuta-kan. Kurakuta-san.
What boy? What?
As you just heard, when he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all.
No.
Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case. Grr. Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic. Oh!
Ah!
Expertly done, partner.
Critical hit.
What is this nonsense, you little upstart? These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table. Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that tables in this restaurant case have turned. Wouldn't you agree, Ryonovsky? Yes, most definitely. So having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat? Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beef steak? The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel? Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it? All right. The answer to your question is going to be pivotal. This is the state of your turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been as yet known third party. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table. You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person. There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim could have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. We have the strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these two witnesses' testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push things through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly. Kazuma, are you insane? You would take on the government? Don't worry, counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issue with them. Those two witnesses in the stand. What? What are you talking about? You have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out the two of you are deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury. Perjury? And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing.
complicit in murder. No!
No! Oh, it's just you saying that. My guy reacted too, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, that's fine.
Negative! There was no mention of this tactical meeting. Oh, of this at the tactical meeting. I can read. I was just following orders.
That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw this gentlewoman. That's what they, told us. I know it! Oh,
What? What did you just say, Korukuta-san?
no.
You were just following orders?
Now hold on, lad. I was,
Say you never saw the gentlewoman? When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? What? What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true, you pair? Just one. Just one simple slip of the tongue! We have the sound of the baby on his back at all times in the stream. Order! Order! Counsel! Explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now you tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The persecution knows nothing of this. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut?
Well,
That's classified! So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You wouldn't! This can't be happening! Ryunosuke, judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Auchi had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence the witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. But how can we possibly? We have the evidence already. Remember how we made our progress before? We examined the piece of evidence in more detail and found new clues as a result. Oh yes, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure that there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose. I want answers. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe. Please, wait, Your Excellency. I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god, I knew nothing.
It's a religion.
Yeah, it's Japan. And what does the fence have to say about all this? Well, Your Excellency. No time to think. I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shout the first name that comes into my head. Beside the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witness is Satoru Hosonaga. Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga-san. Hosonaga-san! The waiter who took the stand earlier. Poppycock! What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. If that is the man truly were a waiter. What? If he truly were... Come on, Ryunosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth. The truth about Sorotaro Hasanaga's real identity as proven by this evidence. The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. Sorry, Kagome has to find the card first. So we're gonna chill here. I agree, it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure what we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency, it's the back of the card that... It's the back of the card that's of interest. I beg your pardon. Or perhaps I should have said the front. Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is. Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession? But that's surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witness, they're in the stand. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Well... Inspector Hosonaga?
I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility.
The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence.
Oh, well...
Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court at once.
Of course. Here you are.
Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card.
I strive to carry out all investigations flawless. My guiding principle. I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake.
So, you mean to say you're really a detective? But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Ah, of course. Your salary must be...
I was working undercover.
Undercover?
Yes, there have been a series of incidents at that restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover.
Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? Can't say.
That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide.
Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on the points of the court.
Of course, Your Excellency.
We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would have also been aware of this person's presence having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you require these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct?
Correct, Your Excellency.
Unbelievable! As I suspected.
Soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady who I guessed to be an Englishwoman.
So the truth comes out.
I immediately sealed up the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. It was then that I received some special orders.
Special orders? You mean to say?
Remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders.
But what if it was the Englishwoman who was the killer?
I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishwoman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect, well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question.
So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. But it's not right! One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Kazuma? Umei University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain, and I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical facilities research laboratory, is a young Englishwoman. What?
You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour.
You mean...
When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to be and check her identity first.
Then the court demands that you name the lady in the question at once, Inspector.
The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. She is indeed a foreign student studying in this research laboratory at Umei University's medical facility.
What? What is happening here?
I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene, and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must now be up to your Excellency to decide how to deal with the situation.
Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise, namely that the victim was dining alone. However, as we now have discovered that this premise is false, it would be a discretion of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. But Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send a telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions. Calm yourself, Council. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceeding of my courtroom. Uh, Inspector Hosonaga,
Yes, sir.
you will locate this Jezebel Brett and Jeziel Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency.
At once, Your Excellency.
But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau.
As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all my investigations flawlessly.
So it won't be a problem.
No. Nothing will get in my way.
Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear? Yes. Your Excellency. Good. Then you will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening. To be continued. All right. All right, we're going to end the stream there because our kids are getting a little wily. We have a little bit of housework to do. But hope you enjoyed our terrible voice acting of lines. We'll be back again maybe later tonight or tomorrow. And then our plan is before the new Fatal Frame comes out to stream the water made in a black water before that one comes out, and then we'll stream Fatal Frame 2 as well. I also might stream Code Vein when that comes out. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yep, please subscribe us.
Yep, subscribe to us if you can.